Hello guys, here it's Emmanuel from DiceTuga, and today we are going to do the unboxing of this preview copy of Life of the Amazonia. This is a game currently on Kickstarter by Bad Comet, and basically the game is a bag pattern building where each player will try to build their very own jungle and adding into that jungle different types of wild animals, insects and plants. So without further ado, let's go. I have already played a first session of the game. Already read the rulebook, not yet the solo part. But yeah, I'll make another video about that. But the components, you need to bear in mind that the components are probably not yet in the final stage, because this is a preview of that game. But the ones that are in this box are already quite good. I was very impressed by it, so let's go. The cover, yeah, it's Macau, I think that's the name they call it in the game. You guys know the love I have for birds, so it's not my favorite cover of all time, but I understand there is people that like birds. This will be fascinating for them. It's a really pretty art. Then we have here the rulebook, not too big, it's 28 pages, but you have until the solo mode you have 17 pages, so this is quite a good rulebook. It has here the components list. It tells you how to build the different parts of the components of the game, how to set up in here. So this is all set up, and then it tells you the overview and then the different action phases. You have 9 actions that you can do. You always have the description of the action and an example, so this is always very helpful. And then it explains the cleanup phase for each player. So the game flow is actually, there's the action phase, and once you are not able to do any other action, there's the cleanup phase for that player, and then it's the next player doing their action phase and their cleanup phase. After the rulebook, we have here what they call the Waterfall of Life. I think that's the name. Yes, Waterfall of Life. This needs to be assembled, but in the end it looks something like this. All right. It's really a nice touch. I like it. It doesn't seem to be as not complex, but as fiddly as the tree of Everdell. So you will have to add 2 pieces of carton in the back, and you'll see how it looks like. But I kind of like it. Then we have a bag for each player color. They are all right, I guess. Nothing to say about them. Then we have here, it's already some resources, but I'll speak about this later. These are just the number 1 of each resource. So we have money, water and grass. That's, I think, how we can call it, or leaf maybe. Yeah, so it's currency, water and leaf, but these are only the level 1. It's the ones that the players start with. Then we have here the aquatic flowers. This is all things that we will advance here on this track, and this will give extra points at the end of the game. And if you combine them with a certain type of animal, it will give you extra bonus points. So this can also be important. Then we have this that the name is how can I call this? It's worker something. So, and this what it does is it will replace, if you need to do a certain action and you need to use any type of resource, this will replace one of those resources. So if you need 3 leaves to do something, you can use only 2 leaves and use this one of these as an extra resource. It's a kind of a wild card. Then this I will explain later. Actually, it's in the tiles, in the map tiles. You can replace, for example, if I take one, you see you have, for example, here grass, but it could happen that you don't want this to be grass. You prefer this to be water, because you might have bonus points with your animal, and so it might happen that you want to put this on top of that, so that you make an habitat with this tree, an aquatic habitat with this tree, and not and not a forest habitat. So that's what it is. Then we have here the score notebook or score notepad. So you have a lot of pages in here, and you score per animal and then per scenery and per trees and per aquatic plants. It's a bit in the beginning it was a bit tricky, but I think I did the scoring right. Then here we have the animal cards. So you have different decks, okay? You have deck A, B, C, D, and you have also the unique deck. Here we have a player aid. It tells you all the actions that you can do, and you have also all the bonuses. This is probably for the solo mode, so not going to bother with that right now. And then, as you can see, you have here a U. This means that is a unique animal. And so in the start of the game, each player is going to draft 2 unique animals and choose one. And this is just an extra animal that you can have in your habitats. So here I played with the turtle and with the Amazon dolphin. So you see that you have some kind of bonus. So this is the cost that it will take for you to place this animal on your habitat. It has only one animal, while the other cards can have a different amount of animals. For this one, you will only have one animal of this type, and this gives quite a lot of extra bonus points in the end. Then we have the dolphin, that has also, you see here, it's the cost. Here, it's the habitat where you can place this animal, and these are sometimes conditions that you will have to respect in order to have this bonus downstairs. So all of them have that kind of conditioning. So these are the unique animals. And then you have the different decks. So you see here it's a deck D, but if you look the other way around, it's deck C. And so in the beginning of the game, according to the difficulty that you want to play, you might choose different decks. For a beginner level, you will take the level A, which is the other way around here. But they all work the same. So here on downstairs is the cost. You need to pay 3 apples, maybe, I don't know. Fruit, this is a fruit, and 1 leaf in order to be able to place this animal. And so according to the difficulty and the number of players that you have, you might have 5 of these or 3 of these or 6 of these, and once they are all placed on the map, you cannot use this card anymore. So you have different kinds of animals. All of them are quite different because they give different bonus in the end. And that's it for the animals. Then we have another type of cards that are kind of extra bonus cards that you can have on the game. So these here, for example, you would have to pay 6 water tokens in order to be able to do this not action, but to get this reward. So this card scores the same as one of the alligators or crocodiles, I don't know, in your jungle. But you have different types. So for example, if you pay for water, you can draft 2 tokens from your bag immediately. What else, for example? Here, what is this? This one is, well, you know what? We can go and check in the bonus. Place a special terrain tile. Yeah, okay, so this is replacing one of these tiles in the map. So yeah, you have different bonus. You just have to pay the cost, and once you use them, you discard. You don't keep them. I mean, at least most of them. Then we have here some markers. So these wooden ones, like this, it's 4 for each player, and are to be placed here on the different tracks, and 1 in here. This represents the inventory that you can transfer from one phase to the other. And then we have this token here that you need to place this on an animal when you use all the animals that are available for that type. So you just mark it as complete, because once you have 5 animals that are depleted, you trigger the end game. So this is important not to forget. Then we have a bunch of trees. I'm happy that I'm not the one that had to assemble them, but as you can see, looks cool. Sorry for the noise, but they decided to do works today in my street. We have boats. So this is the discard kind of placement where you discard all the tokens that you use to do your actions. So you put it here, and once you don't have any more tokens in the bag, so you need to take more tokens and the bag is empty, that's when you put everything that is in the discard inside the bag. If you take 5 tokens and the bag is empty, you don't refill it immediately. Only when you need to take from the bag and it's empty. And you have 1 for each player color. Then we have the tiles. They have nothing to say. I mean, they have all of them 3 different terrains, and the goal is to have different sizes of habitats. You need to connect them like so. You cannot connect them just like this, or put one on top of the other. You need to connect it like that. And so yeah, some of the placements give you bonuses. So if you place something here, you get an extra special terrain tile. Here you can discard one of your tokens from your bag or from your discard pile. It can be useful because you want to get rid of the lower numbered tokens, because you want to improve your bag. Here it allows you to draft a new token from the bag, and here you get as a bonus another worker wild card thing in order to help you make your actions. So we have a lot of tiles. Let me put away, and then my favorite part of this game, which are the meeples. I do not know if this is deluxe or base version of the game, but as you can see, this is screen printed and it looks really good. We have here a macaw. You have here alligator or crocodile, I have no idea. Then we have here some kind of bird, a toucan. See, they look really, really good. I kind of prefer this. If I have to choose between this, no printing, or sticker, I prefer this or no printing, because I'm not really a fan of stickers. But this is really good. I like this one. Then this is more boats, more boats. This is what you are going to do here. So I need to make it like this and like this. And so we need to make it like that. And it goes here. Like this. Like this. And then in the end, you have something like that. Looks cool, right? I like it. You can also leave it flat if you don't want to have this tiny bit of work, but I like the aesthetics of it. So yeah, it really looks like a waterfall, so I don't mind about that. And then we have some storage. This is very useful because this is where you have all the tokens. Okay, so you have 2 of them, and this allows you to buy resources to put on your bag, and you can just open it like this and all the tokens are inside. And this, I really like it because this is quite sturdy. It's not just kind of the carton is good quality. It doesn't fold easily and so on. So I really like it. And that's pretty much it. This is the unboxing of Life of the Amazonia. This is currently on Kickstarter, so if you enjoyed watching the components, go have a look. I try always to explain a little bit of how the game works, but this is not a video where I explain the 9 type of actions. For that, I'll probably make another video about on how to play the game. But for this one, that's all I wanted to show you, so do not forget to subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of content. Subscribe to my channel. I also have Instagram and TikTok. You can go and follow me there, and even on Facebook. And just drop a comment to know if this is a game you would enjoy playing, buy, or doesn't fit your style. Thank you guys, and see you in the next video.